A man accused of stabbing his boyfriend to death took the stand during a hearing. You'll hear what he had to say. October's Domestic Violence Awareness Month will show you how one group in Lexington is offering help to women.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam Dick and Jennifer Palumbo reporting. The man charged in Lexington's first murder of the year was back in front of a judge today.
Matthew Donahue is accused of killing his boyfriend Todd Schumacher. Investigators say he stabbed him to death at their home on Lamont Drive in January. As Hillary Thornton reports, Donahue took the stand today claiming it was in self-defense. It's our top story at 4:30.
Well, there was a lot of new information revealed in the case at this morning's hearing, a hearing that started with testimony by the lead detective and ended with the defense team actually putting the man accused of killing his boyfriend on the stand to testify.
After I'm stabbing him in the head, I start to stab him in the back.
Matthew Donahue did not shy away from admitting he fatally stabbed his boyfriend Todd Schumacher, but claims it was all in self-defense. Donahue explained in court that the two had been fighting and he was the one who grabbed the knife as things escalated and, quote, did what he had to do.
I remember when I pulled the knife out, I remember thinking I need to stop because there was already a lot of blood. I had no intention from that point to keep going. But Todd didn't just slow down. If he would have gotten a knife out of my hand, he would have butchered me with it.
The lead detective on the case says Donahue initially claimed they were attacked by two unknown people before then saying he stabbed his boyfriend in self-defense. Still, police charged him with murder. Wilson attributed that decision to several things, including a note found written in blood on the wall saying, quote, please send Todd and Matt to heaven, end quote. Detective Wilson also alluded to the inconsistencies in Donahue's story and the fact Schumacher was stabbed 50 to 70 times, several of those in the back.
Stated he only stabbed him a couple of times, and obviously he was stabbed a multitude of times, and almost 20 stab wounds to the back.
Now, the judge did ultimately decide that Donahue's self-defense claim will have to be heard by a jury. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Another hearing is scheduled for October 30th. Well, there is a nip in the air with temperatures about 10 degrees cooler from this time yesterday.
It's going to get even chillier, though, as we head toward the weekend. Let's check in now with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, a big deeper chill will try to settle in, guys, with our next front that arrives on Friday. That's when we're going to see our temperatures really take a dive out there. If you look outside, though, it's fine. I mean, it looks a lot like it did yesterday with a mix of sun and clouds. Yesterday, we were dealing with a nice southerly breeze, pushing in temperatures close to 80. Not today, though, because it's a whole lot cooler. Temperatures have dropped into the mid-60s here, at least at this hour. Right now, Richmond showing up at 66. Danville just a little bit warmer at 68 degrees, but we keep watching those northwesterly skies and northwesterly numbers as they continue to kind of tumble as well out toward Frankfort and into Covington. On Defender, it is all quiet out there. Yesterday, we were tracking around to showers and even a few thunder showers in position to our northwest. That passed through, and that's one of the reasons why temperatures have taken such a big dive, because of that frontal boundary. Here's your evening. Mostly clear out there at 7 o'clock, around 61 or so. 57 by the time we get to 9 o'clock. And then at 11, how about a 53-degree reading? There's some folks that could end up in the low 40s, maybe some upper 30s out there tonight in some cases. So the chill is here. This is just the first part of it. We'll track the second one coming up in the full forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Jim. A Kentucky woman is charged with attempted murder, accused of dragging a Tennessee police officer with her car.
Police say Karen Smither of Frankfort rolled down her side window a few inches when an officer in Sullivan County stopped her. She then sped away before stopping a second time. That time, police say the officer reached into her car to open the door, and police say Smither hit the gas again, this time dragging the officer, who was not seriously hurt. Police say another officer used his cruiser to stop Smither's car. Police made a quick arrest after an overnight burglary in Boyle County. The front door of Giovanni's Pizza on Houstonville Road was found shattered just before 1 this morning. Police say evidence recovered at the store led them to a home in Harrodsburg. There they charged Tony Duvall with burglary and criminal mischief. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
And in connection with this national movement, Kentucky First Lady Jane Beshear and Greenhouse 17 announcing funding for some new housing for victims of domestic violence. Our Rebecca Smith has more.
A new transitional housing option has been unveiled in Lexington at Greenhouse 17 for battered and abused women. A $4 million project will result in 24 apartments for women trying to make the transition to a normal life again. 12 will be on the property of the shelter in East Fayette County. The other half will be in town near New Circle Road. First Lady of Kentucky Jane Beshear and others gathered today to explain why this type of housing is so useful, helping women get back on their feet.
And I find that people want to get back to their families and be head of household and be able to cook dinner, you know, just sort of do those things that all families do, but maybe aren't quite ready to live out in the community by themselves.
In addition to amenities provided by the shelter like a daycare and computer lab, residents of the apartments will also have access to the organization's famed community garden. In Lexington, Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
And Greenhouse 17 was formerly Bluegrass Domestic Violence Program. They offer a 24-hour hotline, supportive housing, legal advocacy, counseling, and medical treatment. A popular smokehouse and live music venue in Lexington is moving. The Herald Leader reports that after 4 years, Willie's, locally known, has closed its doors at the North Broadway location. Managers say Willie's will have a better parking lot, larger interior, and a new chef at its new place on Southland Drive, and they plan to open in January.